I'm here at MASJID JAMEK station doing a little video for you, a little bit of family history, and I hope you like it. Hi, it's Mr. Azlan, the landlord here at Jalan Melayu, formerly known as Malay Street, and before that as Java Street, and before that as Bencoolen Street. And my grandfather used to own this whole street, so we're going to take a walk down this street and show you what it is. So here we have the first property at the corner, it's OCBC Bank, with O'Brien there, and on the right is the MASJID JAMEK LRT station. So that's OCBC, first premise on the left, and O'Brien's here. There's a hotel coming up there. Okay, so like I said, my grandfather used to own this whole street, and if only family had kept the properties, I could have owned this hotel. 70 ringgit net per night, smack in the middle of town. Okay, it doesn't show the street numbers. I'm looking for number 39, where my grandfather used to actually stay in, although he owned the whole street. At one time stayed at number 39. There's a law firm here on the 4th floor. Number 37. Okay, so next one is 39. It used to be the Bank of Nova Scotia in the 60s, and then it became Safety House, and I think now it's an arcade called Alpha Arcade. So okay, this one doesn't have any street numbers anymore, but 39 definitely was Bank of Nova Scotia in the 60s, and in the 70s it became Safety House, and the 80s. And the last I heard, it became Alpha Arcade. And further down was a bakery called Ceylon Bakery. So I remember in the 60s coming with my dad to collect rents from 3 properties which we still owned. And the last stop was always Ceylon Bakery. And the mosque you hear in the background is the MASJID India, the Indian mosque, where the Indian community go to pray. So it's just further on the right here, Jalan MASJID India, and this is again Jalan Melayu, formerly Malay Street, and before that it was Java Street, and before that it was Bencoolen Street. So I think restaurant Thai Hill could have been the premises of the former Ceylon Bakery. So this one already changed the name to Jalan Melayu, which is the current name. It's not a long street, it's just but you know, Kuala Lumpur is the confluence of the 2 rivers, the Gombak River and the Klang River, which is where the MASJID JAMEK is. And that MASJID JAMEK, my grandfather and my great-grandfather had contributed funds to the building of it. So, okay, we've taken one round. Where OCBC is on the left here, it used to be a department store called Robinson's. And at number 16 there was a cafe which I went to in the 90s called Parameswara Cafe. It served Indian vegetarian food. So and there's the back lane here. And we are back onto the main road. Now it's called Jalan Tun Perak, but it was formerly Mountbatten Road, named after Uncle Dickie. So I first knew Lord Mountbatten in 1977 or 76, and he had offered to introduce me to, I think, Sir Gerald Templar, which I confused with Henry Gurney, which had passed away. So I thought this senile old man wants to introduce me to a dead man, without realizing it was actually my mistake. So Gerald Templar was still around at the time. Anyway, this is the main street now, and that's where the LRT is, on top of the street, Jalan Tun Perak. And a few hundred yards away ahead, as you can see, is where we started the video. So in the, 100 years ago, this was the center of Kuala Lumpur. In fact, it still is. This is number 10. Okay. It's Tanglin Express restaurant. Tanglin Express, Indian Muslim restaurant. I think, okay, there's number 10. Number 16 used to be Parameswara Cafe. There was also a music shop on the right here, and I remember getting a box for a set of piccolos. So what happened was interesting history to that box. There were some thieves who stole the piccolo, which were in those black boxes, and they were caught, and the piccolos and the box were submitted as evidence in court, and the owner got back the piccolo, but somehow the box ended up in the music shop, and I thought it was a nice black leather box, so I bought it for I think a rather small amount of money, 20 ringgit or something. So it's missing the piccolos inside, and the piccolos are missing the box, but it's a nice black leather box, which I thought was quite nice to have to take something important. So we are back where we started at Jalan Melayu here at the beginning. So that's a little bit of oral family history for you. Jalan Melayu, or Malay Street, and before that Java Street, and before that Bencoolen Street, which my grandfather and great-grandfather used to own this whole street. Now the story how family stopped owning the street and most of KL is an interesting and instructive one, and I'll save that for next time. Okay, see you guys, bye. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much.